Okay, so we're going to be integrating here. We're going to have, you know, our 0 to 2, and we're going to have a variable times a radical, and it's the cube root of 4 plus x squared dx. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and substitute. You're going to get u. That's going to equal, we're going to pick whatever is the longest or under any type of root or anything like that. That's the one you want to use for our u. So 4x, 4 plus x. And the derivative of such, let's not forget our 2. Okay, so the derivative of that is just 2x. Um, and what we're looking for is the remainder. We have x and dx. And so we need that. And so in order to do that, we have to divide by 2. So we take the du and divide by 2. Let's not forget to put our dx. And so you can notice we have x dx x. So x dx x or dx. We're going to go ahead and make that equal to x dx. So now we have exactly everything that we need here on the interval. All right, so we have our u, and so we're going to take our u and get our new lower and upper and lower limits here. Let's go ahead and erase that, and let's make that the correct term, which is 2. We're just basically plugging in everywhere the x is, the 2 and the 0. This is going to give us our new upper and lower limits. All right, so we have 8 and 4 as our new limits. And so we're not going to put them in right now because, we're going to put them in when we actually use them. Okay, so what we'll do is we take our u and we always take our u first. We do our dx last, but the square root of all of that is 1/3. Let's go ahead and put the 1/3 up a little higher so that we know it's 1/3 and not times 1/3. Make it an exponent. All right, so now we notice we have x dx left, and we have to account for that, so we label that as times du over 2. All right, so we're ready to move on to the next step, and we're going to be using the product, well, the power rule, which states that we add 1 uh, to whatever we have already, which is 1/3 plus 1, which is going to give us 4/3. We have to do the reciprocal on the bottom, so we just put the 3 on the side and divide by 4. All right, so now we still have the d, our du over 2. We'll go ahead and put that there as well. All right, so our next step is we're going to get rid of, we're just going to go ahead and pull out 1/2 because it's going to make it easy for us. And whenever, we do that, we just cross out the du and the integral sign. So we have left 3/4. And then for our u, we're going to go ahead and just put u for now, uh, just to show all the steps. Okay, so we have the u. We're just going to go ahead and plug in our new limits that we found, which is going to be 8 and 4. And then we're going to put the 8 in minus 4. We're going to also just go ahead and pull out this 3/4. It's going to make it easy for us to evaluate. So we're going to do 1/2 times 3/4. That's just going to go ahead and give us 3/8. Okay, and so we're going to go ahead and put all that in brackets, and now we just have our u and 4/3 left, and we're just going to go ahead and plug in our 8/4. We're going to subtract. We always subtract when we're doing the new limit, so minus 4/4. All right, so we have everything here. This is correct. This will be a correct answer. But let's go ahead and think of a different way to put this into form here. So basically what I like to show you here is we're pretty much gonna go ahead and just we'll do this first term because it is simplifiable, in early on. But we notice we have 4 and 4/3. That doesn't really come out if you put it into the calculator, it'd be a decimal. So what we could do here is we note that the general form for the radicals is x over a over b, and x being our base. And of course we have a as our exponent and b as our radical. So keep that in mind. We're going to go ahead and take our 4, which is x, and that's going to be our base. So it's going to be the base of everything, so we're going to put it inside. Then we have a as our exponent, which is 4. So we're going to put that to the 4th power. And then we have b as our radical, which is 3. So that's cube 4. And to think about that, how we're going to rewrite it is you have 4 to the 4th power. So let's just go ahead and write out 4 4s. This works as well for any number that you have. And we're just going to go ahead and pick 3 out because the 3 here tells us we need 3. And what we're left with is 1 4. So we're going to go 3 square root. All right, so that 4 is going to be left. So we're just going to bring out the 4. Those 4s come from the 3 4s there. And then we have that 1/4 left at the base. So that's going to be uh, our new term here. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and rewrite this. 16 minus our new term that we found was 4 uh, cube 4. Not that. That's the same thing. Let's go ahead and erase that. And we're going to put 4 and 3/4. Okay. So what we'll do now is we'll go ahead and take well, let's see. We can simplify this 8 into 16. But before that, let's go ahead and just distribute the 3/8 to each term so it'll be a little easier to see. So we have 3/8 times 16 minus 3/8 uh, times our second term. Okay, so now we'll do a little simplification here. 2 and 1, 2. 8 going to 16 2 times, and then 3 times 2 is 6. and then we're left with a 2 on the bottom, minus, uh, hold up, we made a mistake here. Let's go ahead, and that 2 is supposed to come from the 8. So let's undo this here. 8 is one time, 8 going to 8 one time, and 8 going to 2 16 times. So that 2 comes from this 8 on the bottom here. Okay, 4 going to 4 one time, 4 going to 8 two times, and then we're left with 3 times cube 4. Okay, so that's our final answer in a different form, depending on what form you are expected to put that into. And likewise, that form is also correct. They're equal. All right, so go ahead and subscribe to my videos if you'd like me to step into more videos. And thanks for watching. Bye.